Boy. All right, I'm gonna call that a ditto. Let's do Cubone. Cubone. And we all know the sad, tragic story of Cubone. See, the thing about Cubones that's kind of weird is like, so how are they raised if they exist wearing their mother's skulls on their heads? Cubones are kind of messed up when you think about it. Actually, there's a lot of Pokemon that are kind of messed up when you really think about them. All right, let's go for this style. So I guess we'll stick with this in. So let's general giant skull shape here. Spiky bits coming out of it. It's gonna be a bit large, I think. I think I've made it a little too big for our scale here. Yeah, I definitely think I've gone a little too big.
That's what she said.
Drawing on the palette layer again. Love the artwork, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, it's coming along. I think they came out, I mean, these are definitely in more my style, so I think we're okay there. I think I'm doing what I'm trying to do here. Real fast, I want to jump in to thank the sponsor of this video, FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot makes a variety of office furniture and accessories, but I love their adjustable height standing desks. I've had one in the past, but my wife loved it so much she actually stole it from me when she started working from home. So when I was contacted to do another sponsorship with a new larger version of the standing sit desk, I couldn't believe my luck. The 2-tier 55-inch gaming desk fits my space absolutely perfectly. Assembly was pretty straightforward, although I will say because of the split top design, you need to pay a bit more attention that you have everything facing the right way before you screw everything in. Unlike my first FlexiSpot desk, this one has 4 memory channels, so when you find the right height, you can easily set it and get back to it each time. The desk is quick and really quiet, only taking about 12 seconds for pressing the button to stopping at its final height. I will say that having the longer 55-inch desk makes everything feel less cluttered. All my different peripherals aren't stacked on top of each other, and I have space for the cutest little assistant ever. Olive is definitely happy to have a dedicated bed to sleep on while I work late. So many of us work from home and are at our computers all day, and having the ability to stand up or sit down is great for productivity as well as just keeping your body moving. Thank you again to FlexiSpot for sending me this desk. I absolutely love it, and if you'd like to get one for yourself, there's a link in the description to check it out. Now, back to the art. Alright, get back onto you. That'd be like the top of the head, which is gonna then give us, let's see. So we'll need an opening there for an eye. Something along those lines. You know what, for the skull, maybe we bring it over into this. Do that for a second. All right, let's go ahead and select that real fast and give it just a little bit of depth and dimension here real fast. There would be nostrils right there. Nostril kind of like that. You know what I am gonna need is kind of more of a bit of a tooth that kind of hangs down here. Seems like a skull. Let's see how that does once we start throwing an outline on it. I think I'm also getting a little bit more into the hang of, I need to make these like my style. That's the point of what we're trying to do. I'm trying to redraw them, not exactly the way they are, but to kind of fit like my aesthetic and the things that I make. So I need to get a little bit more confident in like the style that I'm looking for with it. This back one doesn't need this eye actually. You should actually sink in here. Then this should kind of pop out more here. It's starting to feel a little bit better. It's not correct in terms of shading. What am I doing with shading? I'm kind of going at the top of all of them. I don't like this highlight off of that. That's too bright. I'm kind of digging this Marowak skull, though, so far. The eye feels a little too big still. Yeah, I'll mess with the cracks a bit. All right, we got a skull in there. Let's go ahead and make our little Marowak friend. So, first off, we're going to need... let's make you this color. We'll fill that in, and you're gonna get a little bit of a body looking this way. Actually, I probably want you this color. Yeah, I want you that color. There we go. Fill that in. I'm gonna kind of go with the style that they have with that one, where it's looking one way with its head turned the other. I think that'll be cool. So then we'll get feet and legs there. I'm gonna need to shorten you up a little bit. We'll have room for legs. Legs are probably gonna be around like here. That'll be fine for legs. And then arms... This one's just off to the side, which will be fine here. This one's going to come down, and I think instead of having the bone coming forward, I'm going to have them holding the bone so that it comes back and crosses their body. That way we have a little bit more interesting stuff happening over the body that can kind of be held in front of them like that. I think we'll kind of just bring this arm down here. What's up, Madman? Am I doing this because Pokemon Arceus came out? Yeah, well, we talked about doing Pokemon last time. Last week when we were making these characters, we decided not to take any Pokemon suggestions because I was like, it'll eat up everything. So I was like, okay, we'll do, since Pokemon Arceus just came out, I was like, let's do Pokemon today, yeah. Also got to hit those sweet, sweet keywords, you know? Hit those trending topics. All that good stuff. Do it like this. Like this arm's a little beefy. Not Trogdor. Can't give it too beefy of an arm. Actually, that shape's not looking too bad. throw a bunch of this stuff in, just for the moment. That bone is kind of wonky looking. I'll have to fix that.
That's what she said.
I'll have to fix the hand a little bit more too, because I'd like to give it a little more of a grip. Now we got a naked Cubone. TOS, everybody look away. Let's see, where do I want to put the eyes first? So the eyes, we can do something along this line. It takes away our highlight though, unless we come back in and give it another highlight. Reasonable, doable. Might want to make this one, I might want to make this just a little bit bigger just to give it a bigger eye, because I'm a big fan of making things with really big eyes. Give ourselves a lot more room to play with for the eye socket here. So we can really kind of show off the Cubone eye and get the cuteness kind of resonating, which is what we want a lot more than anything else. Let's see, so now we can kind of do that. Put you in on your own layer. It might be too big of an eye. In that one, the eye is actually pulled down a little bit, so it's a little closer to down here. Just playing with different highlights on it right now. I kind of like the single there. In the original image, or in the reference image, it's more of an angry Cubone. Kind of want it cuter. I'm gonna stick with that for now. Let's go back to working on the body. I kind of bounce around when I mess with stuff.
That's what she said.
Cubone starting to look pretty good. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's give this Cubone a bit more of a belly here. When I say belly, let's give him the light color for the underbelly. Go. Shadows rocking on a couple of things here. If the eye's got a little too much going on right now, it's a little too chunked up. Here's our back leg. So you're going to get a shadow out of that for sure. A shadow for the foot. I think I need to move all of this back one. I think this leg is a little too thick. I know we like all of our characters thick, but this is too thick. Let's merge these down. I think I gotta pull it back one more even. Leg just feels really out of place when in the position I currently have it in. Oh, do I need to do that? Feels a little bit better. There we go. Like that. It's giving me a weird kind of cross section here, so we'll have to play with that a little bit more, but sure we can find a way to make that work. This is roughly what I want the leg to do. You can probably pull it underneath a little bit more. Although Cubone's feet are really not that, like they don't really have feet. They got little hoovy things. So we might be able to actually get away with just kind of sticking it back into points and giving it a little bit of dece. Yeah, I might be doing too much with the feet. I might try to make the feet too big. Yeah, that looks more accurate for Cubone's feet, actually. That'll let us pull this one in, give a little bit more dimension over here. This one's mostly just gonna be dark with a little bit of hoof. Start adding in some of this stuff on the arm. Do this on the back of the arm. I don't like this arm right here. I'll have to fix that still. There's something that's just not quite right about it to me at the moment. All of it, I think, is a little too, like everything's a little too wide. We're like wide by one. Pull that one in. I'm gonna need to adjust the way this arm shows here though, but that feels a little bit better. Let's fix this one here. It's making the arm feel a little too low. I want to get that nice little like curve in the back there.
That's what she said.
Where it looks like the arm is kind of like out, but I want to avoid getting this like thick chunk of black pixels up here. There we go. Okay, that's got a nicer curve to it now. This arm is like way forward with this. This should all be casting a shadow down on the layer from here. All right, we're kind of getting there. We're kind of getting there. Thick bone? Yeah, I tend to make my stuff a little bit wider. It's just how it tends to go. All right, we're starting to get there. I mean, you know it's a Cubone. Again, I'm trying to make this more in my style, so I don't want it to just only look like the, you know, the one you'll see, you know, everywhere else when you look it up the game. Part of the goal here is to make something that looks like what I would make. So when you're doing like highlighting and stuff, you really want to make something look like it's like sunken in. You can take your shadow actually. So if you put like shadow here and highlight here, that gives the illusion that it's popping out and coming towards you. If you flip that and do shadow on the top and highlight on the bottom, it starts to give the illusion that it's sinking in. As simple as just which direction you put your shadows makes the optical illusion that it's either being pulled in or being popped out. It's really amazing how you can get away with that. So by doing this here, we're making it look like the skull has some more dimension and depth to it. Okay, I think I can merge all this together now. Fix this bone a little bit more. Maybe not. Let's just get some highlights on it. That might help. Honestly, this Cubone's kind of freaking cute and adorable, and I kind of love him. He's got like a big beefy arm though. This arm I feel like is a little, is this arm too low? Is it too far still? I feel like it's all out too far one still. It's almost there. Let's pick this whole thing up by one. Move it up, move it in. See, I might like it out like that. Gives me more room to play down here, like with the feet in general. I'm gonna need to adjust the bone again.
That's what she said.
And I feel like the belly needs to be a little bit larger now. Kind of come in from around here, maybe. The bone is like bent now.
That's what she said.
That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
Like it's a rubber bone. So let's go ahead and pull this down. Oh, it's cute. Means we're coming from underneath with our highlights, and that's gonna again recess that stuff a lot more. I want the hard black outline in there for the eye, or do we pull that out? I think I still go with the outline. Honestly, I think that's a Cubone. That's my Cubone. Oh, we need to give it a tail. It doesn't have a tail. It needs a little punchy tail. Don't like that tail. I'm gonna do a tail that actually goes downwards, I think. Just needed to, I realized I was pretty much done with the Cubone, and then we realized it didn't have a tail. Ooh. I think that Cubone's freaking adorable. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. Is there anything that's insanely off that anyone's noticing? But I'm pretty freaking happy with this, actually. I think that came out super cute. Lose, you suck at art, you're more of a programmer. Yeah, I mean, people go both routes with that. I'm definitely more of an artist, and I program because I have to. That's kind of how it goes. Very happy with it. Yeah, I'm super loving it. All right, Cubone. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I've been trying to take time out to make art just for the fun of it recently. And if you'd like to see more, there's a card up top to my pixel art playlist. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe, ring the bell, eat some cookies, and do all of the other things that will make you happy. If you want to see the process live and be one of the monkeys running around at the bottom of the screen, come hang out at twitch.tv/Vimlark. I need to give a huge thank you to my amazing Patreon supporters, especially my video producer tier patrons like Baron Earth, Edmark Games, Lauren Morgan, Nightfall, Matzi Makes, Nazar Salim, Pixelator Gadsy, Salty Pretzel, Scott Hansen, Soapy Gnome, Some Dude, Straight Up Gruntled, and Warren Stephen Rose. As always, thank you all so much for the continued support. Thanks again to FlexiSpot for the new desk and for sponsoring this video. Links in the description if you'd like to get one for yourself. That's it from me, and I will talk with you next time. Have a good one. Later.